Hello, I'm Erica. Welcome to my channel, Healing Beyond the Veil. Let's have an angel message. I'm also on TikTok, I'm on YouTube, wherever it is that you find me. Thank you for liking, for sharing, commenting, following, all those things. Let's have a look what the dragons want to say. Freedom, breaking the chains. Okay. This one feels like it's okay to not think the same thing as everybody else, and it's okay to disagree, and it's okay to not follow the herd. And I'm going to call it herd because it's like the collective mentality. If actually you don't agree with it, or you don't it doesn't feel right for you, then you can break the chains and think something else. You can speak your mind, or you could just walk away. Okay, so this is thank you. This is a really spiritual expansion here. This is one of great empowerment, when you can literally have the opportunity to be different from others, but on a perspective level, on a actually I don't agree with that, with what is being said, what's being shown, or what's being taught. This is not one of ego or arrogance or knowing that you know better. This is one of something doesn't feel right in me. I don't agree with this way of life. I don't agree with these teachings. I don't agree with whatever I'm supposed to be believing in or living. Whatever is being asked of me or I'm being told, it doesn't sit right with me. And so this is on like a personal perspective and personal moral compass, that actually I want to break these chains free, and I want to make different choices. And this is knowing that you can, and this is the most empowering feeling ever. It is quite scary actually to say no, I don't agree with that, or to decline, or to walk away. Sometimes there can be considerable risks in that. Risks with your family, risks with your job, risks with society or community, and this can take some, depending on the severity of it or what is being asked of you, sometimes this can be actually quite daunting and can be quite consuming, because this is when asking questions is quite important. You have this feeling, you think actually it doesn't sit right, something doesn't feel, it feels off, it feels like I'm not 100% sure, so therefore it's a no from me right now. And if you're facing consequences of whatever degree, that's when you need to find out more information. You need to do your own research, you need to ask questions, you need to ask as many people as you can, or just to spend some time looking things up for yourself, so you can be really solid in your knowing, okay, and solid in your empowerment and your choices, knowing that okay, I've got a crossroads here. I either follow, or I either believe what everybody's expecting of me, and that's a consequence of I'm just going to have to go with that, or it's a consequence of what happens if I say no, or if I decline, if I turn around and walk the other way, and you have to be okay with that. Okay, thank you. Is there anything else with that, angels? Okay, thank you. Sometimes these things are put to us as a part of spiritual expansion, as a part of strengthening who we are, so that we can, when we get these crossroads again in the future, which are going to happen because it's life, that we can know that I faced consequences like that before, and I'm prepared to do that again. Quite often it's a yes, because I know that I was right, and I'm okay to walk my own path. Thank you. This is one of also understanding and valuing other people's freedom to choose, that they also, maybe they're not ready to face the consequences that you are. Maybe they're waiting to see what happens to you before they make the choice themselves, or maybe they're not confirmed enough in the other option, enough to break the chains yet. Okay, so this is understanding and respecting other people's life journey, spiritual journey. Okay, it's not about whether right or wrong, it's about choices. And if people want to follow whatever it is that you don't want to follow, that's up to them, and it might not be for the reason that you assume it is or that you think it is. Okay, thank you. You also don't need to tell anyone why. You don't have to over-explain yourself. You don't have to defend yourself. You don't, or not all the time. Sometimes you have to give a reason. Sometimes you have to stand up for yourself, or just give the information just enough for what you need in order to break away. But you don't need to fight necessarily in your corner. You don't have to over analyze and over explain, and almost trying to win people over. You don't need to do that. You just need to say it's an empowering thing, and I'm just gonna say no, I'm just gonna decline, I'm just gonna walk away, I'm just gonna say that's not for me, and I'm gonna face the consequences, and I'm gonna be okay with that, and perhaps I'm gonna have some self-care and some support around me, and find other like-minded souls who agree with me or that I'm in alignment with, or I'm going to just find ways that I can look after myself while I'm going through the consequences that I'm going through, basically a plan B or a safety net. I'm going to find that, then I'm going to break the chains, and I'm going to stand in my empowerment. And sometimes that is actually being the leader and being that example. And so those people that perhaps are still in that, whether they agree with it or not, they can look onto you as a positive example, hopefully, of seeing how you gracefully declined, or you gracefully stepped away, or you gracefully made other choices, and showed them that there are other pathways. This can be a simple thing where you move friendship groups, or this can be a really significant thing that you're needing to do. But this is personal to you. It's got nothing to do with anybody else, but it's one of spiritual growth and empowerment. So stand in your own power, but while respecting other people's choices as well. Okay, well, have fun with that. I've been there. This is why I do my call cutting, because breaking the chains is an easy thing to do, and I salute you if you are going through this at this time. Yeah, my hat is off to you, and so much love and empowerment to you, because this is a huge thing. It's a huge thing, especially going against what other people believe or what other people are telling you, especially when you love them and you want the best for them, or perhaps you can see you've done so much research, or you've done so much stuff for yourself to know that you're making the right decision, and you think, but now I can see this other side. How are you still there? How can you still see? How can you still believe in it? How can you be there and not see what I see? And you really love, because you love that person or those people, and you're thinking, come with me, like you want to rescue them. But actually, you can't do that. You can try, but actually being that example, and just being that graceful empowerment person that you are, that is the best that you can do, and you are leading the way for them, and it's respecting that they have their freedom to choose. But yeah, I really do get this. I really get this very much. So much respect to you, and many angel blessings your way if this resonates with you. Thank you, angels, and thank you for watching.